never slack up. Punk, you better back up. Try and play the role and you're the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump up, touch the ceiling, monsters of funk flow. Someone's talking junk, yeah, I'll bust them in the eye. And then I'll take the punks out. Feeling funky, amps in a trunk, and I got more rhymes than this cops at a junkie. Donut shop, sure enough, I got pop from the kids.
Welcome, everybody, to the One Point Safety Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Sherrick, alongside my co-hosts, Adam Walters and Marty Coops. How's it going, boys?
Hello, hello.
It's going good.
We are back. This is our first podcast since the draft.
Yeah,
Yep.
the
So we're
draft is
4
the
months
last
in.
one.
I don't think anything has happened, though, in the last 4 months in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope.
No.
We're just going to sit here and talk about LeBron James for 2-3 hours, right? Yeah, let's go.
Long
Or the
side.
Dallas Cowboys.
Or the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, my God. If you want to listen to the Dallas Cowboys, you listen to anybody on ESPN.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's that, the Giants and the Jets. That's 80% of it.
Yep.
Because those are the markets they're trying to tag.
Yep.
Not the Super Bowl winning champions. Okay.
LA's not big enough for two teams.
All right. So let's go around the horn. Let's see how everyone's team is doing. So,
Yeah, I'll go first. We'll start with the Detroit Lions. So, man, I think we cut off somewhere around pick number 9. Or
Right
8.
right before all the interesting stuff
right
happened.
before all the interesting stuff happened. So, yeah, the Lions draft class is shaping up very nicely. Hutchinson appears as advertised. High motor. He should be a force in the NFL. I love everything he's doing. Interesting, we took pick 32, pick 34, turned it into 12, went and got Jameson Williams. Before he blew out his knee in the championship game, many thought that he would be the consensus number 1.
Yeah, and that was a known thing that he
Yeah.
was going to be down. So,
Yep.
like that was known, and he still went that high because he's that talented.
Yeah, he's got just amazing speed and great hands. So he'll enter the season on the PUP list, so he's out for at least 4 weeks. We already knew that was coming. If you follow the Lions, most didn't think he'd be back until after the bye. And then the rest of the draft is shaping up kind of nicely. He picked up a safety, and then Malcolm Rodriguez is kind of turning out to be a 5th-round gem. We'll see.
What does he do?
He's a linebacker.
For the listeners, I obviously don't.
Yeah,
I do
linebacker
not.
Malcolm Rodriguez. So, yeah, they got that going on. Unless you live under a rock, they're on Hard Knocks.
Let's go.
That has been amazing. It's been a great follow. I think it's proven that Dan Campbell is who he is all the time. This is not a charade. That's really who he is.
Right.
Love seeing the coaches go at it back and forth just as hard as the players.
Is there a new episode of Hard Knocks on tonight?
No, that was yesterday. So we're
okay.
3 episodes on. It's been
Who'd they focus on last night?
Malcolm Rodriguez was a point. Jamal Williams, who is really easy to follow on Hard Knocks.
Right.
And then it was the joint practice with Indy. So there was a lot of that. They kind of spread it around a little bit.
Gotcha.
But it was really good. It's good. Our wide receiver room is drastically improved. Our O-line is healthy for the first time in a while. And our RBs are doing their thing. So the only thing that worries me is like Malcolm Rodriguez, 5th-round pick, linebacker. Lot of hype. And he's deserving it if you've watched Hard Knocks. But, and I've said this to my Lions friends, the defense worries me. So
yeah, it's a sieve.
it's
It's always been a problem.
Yeah, you look at it and you say, oh, wow, what a great draft. 5th round, you got a starting linebacker. Or you look at it and say, a 5th-round draft linebacker just walked in and is competing for a starting job.
Right.
So you can't seem to figure anything out with the Lions in the preseason because Campbell's doing what he should be doing with it. He's evaluating talent that he knows isn't starting. But it's looking up, man. The culture looks good. Everything looks good. The draft picks are good. Let's go. I'm
There we go.
excited. I'm so excited for the
I'm-
season. I'm all in on the Kool-Aid. I'm trying to reel myself back into reality.
I'm not even going to ask what you think their records are. If you want to hear that, you're going to have to tune into our next podcast on the first football day of the year. Thursday Night Football, Rams versus Buffalo. We're going to be live.
It's going to be a great game.
Oh, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great podcast. Everyone's going to be here. It's going to be a good time. So we're going to hold those until
Couple weeks
next
here.
episode. But, man, I cannot wait. So, all right, good. You sound exactly like a Lions fan. You're excited for your team, as you should be. I think the culture's good. Dan Campbell is a motivator, to say the least.
Yeah.
I think the only really, it's just, is Jared Goff going to be able to steer the ship.
Notice he was not part of my conversation.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I just don't. I don't know what to do, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is the year," and I'm like, "I'm not giving this guy a pass."
right.
Right.
Like, I watched all the games last year.
Yep.
I watched the fumbles. I watched the interceptions. I watched him throw the ball into a stand when we needed a first down.
Yeah, 4th down twice, he threw it out of bounds. Unacceptable. Do the Michigan punch. Just throw it as far as you can. And if someone intercepts it, perfect.
Right.
Yeah. He doesn't get a pass from me. I hope he proves some people wrong and he does better because he has to if we want to have a better record. But
Well, and
until he does it,
Right.
not.
his career's on the line too. I mean,
Oh, yeah. If he gets dropped by the Lions, he's now a career backup.
Yep.
oh yeah, absolutely.
And he went from being in the Super Bowl, 3 years ago?
Yep.
But turns out it wasn't because of him. All right, how's the Raiders doing?
Well, after a turmoil ridden season, with the whole Henry Ruggs thing, John Gruden, Mike Mayock getting fired.
And John Gruden was a shit show.
They managed to make the playoffs.
So was Mike Mayock.
Yeah. Yeah, and not a very good evaluator of talent. Come to
Turns
find
out he wasn't the smartest man in the room.
Yeah, exactly. But even after all of that, they still managed to make the playoffs, and we're actually within striking distance of beating the Bengals to go to the divisional round. But I was happy with how they fought back and ended the season and everything. And then, we fast forward to the draft. They drafted, Zamir White, to possibly go with Josh Jacobs. I know that they didn't.
Is that a quarterback or a running back competition right now?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it seems crazy because Josh Jacobs seems like it would be a no-brainer.
Right.
I don't know why they don't like him.
I just wonder
They
if
won't
it's
even
just-
give him his 5th-year contract.
Right. I just wonder if it's just because he got hurt last year and, he was kind of banged up the year before that. He didn't really miss any games, but and he has no ties to the front office. I guess Derek Carr doesn't either, but
Right.
but I like the pickup. If we can get Josh Jacobs back on track this year, then that's a nice 1-2 punch, with Jacobs and Zamir White. So.
Yeah, it's too bad for Josh Jacobs, but as a fan of the team, you got to love that. Like,
Yeah.
What Cleveland has with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. I
Keep them
mean,
both healthy.
Right.
right. Spread the workload.
And then you pick up a nice edge rusher in Chandler Jones, which I thought that was a frickin', a great pickup for
Under
them.
the radar signing.
Yes, 100%. You match him up with Max Crosby on the other side and everything. That's a frickin' dangerous defensive line right there. And then,
Yep.
I feel like I'm forgetting somebody that they signed.
Backup kicker, maybe punter.
No, they cut their
No,
punt.
long snapper. Oh wait, no, Devontae Adams. That's right.
Devontae Adams.
I could not believe that they managed to get Devontae Adams away from Green Bay.
Neither could the rest of the world.
Yep. So I think that is just immensely huge because Derek Carr finally has a true number 1 wide receiver who he's never had in his entire career.
Right.
Other than maybe Amari Cooper, but Amari Cooper is just so hit or miss. He'll either have one great game or he'll have like 2 or 3 drops, and it's like, what in the hell are you doing?
Well, one thing for sure with the Raiders are no more excuses for Derek Carr.
Nope.
This is it.
This is it right here.
Like, even if he shows improvement, good. Like, they'll keep him if he shows that he's competent and he can do it and he can win and get to the playoffs. They have to get to the playoffs because they get to the playoffs without Devontae Adams. They have to get to the playoffs without him or with him.
Yeah, the bar's got to be raised.
Yeah, like you can't go back and then be like, oh no, it's still not Derek Carr's fault. Like, at some point,
Right.
you got to look at the consistent piece.
I will say this, and which I heard this from Colin Cowherd the other day. Derek Carr's going into his 9th NFL season. Josh McDaniels is now his, I believe it's either 5th or 6th head coach that he's had in 9 years.
That's true.
So it's kind of hard to gain continuity. I'm not defending.
Sure.
Defending, like, there are times where I look at Derek Carr, I'm like, man, what in the hell were you thinking throwing that football like that?
But they went through all that shit that you just laid out, and they made it to the
And
playoffs.
Carried that team. Carried the team to the playoffs.
Unfortunately, they play in the hardest division in sports that just keeps getting harder, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So that's tough sledding.
Easily the toughest division in the NFL this year.
Yes.
As a Lions fan, I will just say this as a precaution. Be careful what you wish for. Because there's a lot of Lions people that were like, get rid of Stafford.
Yeah, exactly.
What did we get? 2 first-round picks and Jared Goff.
Yep. And we all know how the Rams fared out on that, so
Yeah.
it was good because you guys were in a rebuild, which we've explained in exhaustion before. So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so I'd say that was a good offseason, a great offseason that the Raiders have had in a very long time.
Sure. So for the Rams, I got just a few notes. Matt Stafford's shoulder kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Is his shoulder
Yeah,
or
it's
his
'cause-
elbow?
It's his throwing shoulder, I thought.
I thought maybe he had something going on with his elbow. but-
It might. It's his throwing arm. He said a few weeks ago when he throws the football, it hurts. That is not what you want to hear from your quarterback.
Right. But
And-
you're still early on. And
I know. It still just worries me because you know what the Rams are saying. Nah, he's fine, because that's what they're gonna say. It freaks me out because we need Stafford, or we need competent quarterback play. Rams are in a very small window where they have to win now.
Well, yeah, they don't have a draft pick for like the next 20 years.
Exactly. so the guy that you just gave 2 first-rounders for, you need him on the field. And if not, I don't think Wolford is going to be leading us to a Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
So I actually have, I'll get into that in a second. But I'm excited for Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson, seeing that 1-2 combo. I don't still know what's going on with OBJ. He's
I don't
still
think he has a
technically on the,
contract.
no,
He's a free
he's,
agent.
He's a
isn't
free
he?
agent.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that the Rams, they're going to wait and see what this injury looks like. And then, maybe week 10, 11, maybe sign him to a veteran minimum or something again.
Nobody else has signed him, and they could have.
And they could have. So it wouldn't surprise me if they sign him before then and just give him over the veteran minimum just to get him in there because he was integral to the second half of that season.
100%.
Yeah, in the first half of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have went down in the Super Bowl, he probably would have been Super Bowl MVP if he would have just kept going.
Hard to argue that.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I would like to keep OBJ. I know can't believe I've said that before. The defense is going to be great. You got Aaron Donald, Bobby Wagner, Jalen Ramsey. I mean, can you think of 3
I
players on
don't
a
know
team?
how your defense got better in the offseason, but it did.
I don't know either. I'm starting to regret not drafting them in fantasy football.
I do like the Bobby Wagner signing. I thought that was a really good.
I think every team in the NFL was like, who's going to hit the Wagner lottery?
Right.
And the team that just won the Super Bowl and could arguably go back and compete for it again did.
Yep. I am worried about sophomore slump, right? You win the Super Bowl. It's hard to do it again. But
Yeah.
I think we have the team. I think we're going to be a top 5 team. It's just we got to make sure Stafford's healthy. And if he's not healthy, this isn't Detroit. You don't have to run him out there. Like, make sure he's healthy. And so that's why, good segue, I think that the Rams might want to look at Jimmy G. Just low-key look at Jimmy G because he is a serviceable quarterback
I think
for...
keep going.
He's a serviceable quarterback for 6 games to make sure Matt Stafford's healthy. The question is do you want to pay him to be a high-priced backup? And that's where I don't know.
The other thing, though, is
Contract.
San Francisco is not going to
I
trade
know they're
within
not.
the division.
It's the
That's very, very unlikely that a team ever does that.
Where do you think the best bet landing spot for Jimmy G is, but he will not go there? Well, where do you think the best landing spot is?
That he won't go? Seattle.
Seattle makes the most sense on the planet.
100%. That's number 1 on my list.
Number 2 has got to be the Texans.
Texans would be great. David Mills, though, I kind of like David Mills, but he's...
I like the story.
Yeah, exactly. But, again,
The
I don't know.
Giants.
That's... What is going on with Daniel
Did
Jones?
they pick up his 5th-year option?
No.
I don't
Daniel
think they
Jones?
did.
No, they did not.
They did not.
Because the coach was talking about Tyrod Taylor getting first team snaps.
Yeah.
So this is the year. Daniel Jones, man,
There are a lot of this is the years
that is true.
at quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like this stacked draft, and then not a lot of them panned out. I will say this, though, on the Jimmy G thing, I think the 49ers played it right.
Yeah.
They let him sit for a year. He had to play a little bit
Oh, the Trey Lance.
with Trey Lance. And I think Trey Lance, I mean, the 49ers are already good. I'm a huge Kyle Shanahan fan. what he does with schemes and getting people open. I just really always liked his style of coaching. And they committed. They made a decision. There was no battle at camp. There wasn't this. There wasn't that.
We're going to run Jimmy G.
They didn't bring Jimmy G in early. They let him get healthy. They're letting him throw on the other practice field, so that, teams can see that he can still throw. But, I mean, I don't know. I think Trey Lance he is the guy there, and he should be.
Right.
Jimmy G's proved. He got to his Super Bowl. Yes. He had a really good start when he got traded there. Yes. I think they won like 6 games in a row.
Yeah.
He was also, whatever his last name, Tart, interception away from going back to another one last year against the Rams.
Yep, 100%.
The interception, I mean, it was in the guy's hands, and he just dropped it.
Yeah.
And that was Jimmy G, led that team. But Jimmy G has always gotten he's like a poor man's Alex Smith. He's like a game manager, but can't.
See, I see him better than Alex Smith.
Really? Wow. I do not see him better than Alex Smith.
How many Super Bowls did Alex Smith go to?
I don't know.
I don't think you went to any.
How many Super Bowls did Jared Goff go to?
I know.
So,
I'm just saying,
that's-
when you're throwing another person in there.
But the problem with Jimmy G, though, was when he did go to the Super Bowl, I mean, how many times did he overthrow the receiver against Kansas
You
City?
could argue that he overthrew an open receiver to lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you arguing that you like Jimmy G or not like?
I'm both.
Okay.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
on both sides
Okay.
of the
All
fence.
right. That's good.
If anyone's curious.
I mean, Jared
following it.
Goff also went to a Super Bowl, too, so, I mean...
Joe Flacco, for God's sakes, won a Super Bowl in one of the most epic Super Bowl runs we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Who would you rather have, Adam? Alex Smith or Jimmy G in their primes?
Shoot. Man, I'd have to go with Jimmy G.
Did you know that Alex Smith didn't throw a touchdown for like a season and a half
It
to a
was
wide receiver?
Really bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad in
Yeah.
Kansas.
So I guess I might be on that same fence.
Wait, are you arguing against me or for me?
Both.
So, the thing I thought about, did you see, like, how good Trey Lance was in college? Mind you, it was for North Dakota State.
Mm-hmm.
His redshirt freshman season, 66.9% completion percentage, 2,700 yards, 28 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. 16 games, 0 interceptions.
That's pretty good.
It's Colorado State. I mean, can we Smith,
it's
look it up.
FCS.
Who are they playing in that?
Statistically, though, it's
But,
still a hard
that's still
thing to do.
Right. To go 28 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. I know, it's FCS. It's not the,
I was going to say, I'm going to look it up. So you guys just talk amongst yourselves.
it's-
What is it?
Just talk amongst you.
North Dakota State. They're an FCS team. It's not
What
the
year would
FBS.
that have been? North Dakota
2019.
State University.
Trey Lance, first year in college.
Anyways, and he
One
also
mark
had
share point for their their mascot. What are they?
the Bison.
Nice.
No clue. And I'll forget that already.
So, and then he also had 14 rushing touchdowns. So, I mean, that's a pretty damn good year.
What year was it?
2019.
2019.
How did you know the year? You're a weird man. But
But, and then, that was just redshirt freshman. So then the next year was COVID year, so they only played one game.
I thought red shirt meant you could only play X
Wear
amount
red
of
shirts.
games. No, that all the quarterbacks wear red shirts. Red shirt means you can only play up to X amount of games.
Right.
So
So
how
in
did
his,
he
fresh,
play
in his freshman year,
Yeah.
he only played like 2 games.
So his sophomore year.
So it would be technically his sophomore. It'd be redshirt freshman.
All right.
I gotcha. Yeah,
Here,
sorry,
I'm going to read these off for you. I'm just going to go through the ones that I know.
Okay.
Okay. I'm done with the ones that I know. So here are the teams. Butler,
You don't know Butler?
the football team. Butler, the football team.
I'm just saying. Keep
No,
going.
I'm just saying. North Dakota.
Yep.
Wait, what team? What am I looking up? Oh, North Dakota. Gotcha.
You idiot.
I'm like, okay. North Dakota, Delaware, UC Davis, Illinois State, Northern Iowa.
Illinois State. I think that's where Tony Romo went.
Okay. Not helping the case.
Too much
Missouri
info.
State, South Dakota State. Anyway,
You get the point.
yeah, you get the point. Then they went to
believe-
the FCS championship semifinals, and they played Montana State. And then
The Broncos.
The
no, it ain't a Bronco. It's a
Grizzly?
No, it ain't a no. Okay, And then for the championship game, they played the powerhouse of football, James Madison, where Trey Lance threw 72 yards.
How many rushing, though?
166.
I believe
That's a lot.
That's a lot of rushing.
That's a lot of booze. Holy cow.
I believe I prefaced it with, I know it's an FCS program.
And I'm not hating on Trey Lance at all. I mean, I'm not saying that he's not going to be great. I don't know if I'd put that feather in his cap to be like, that's why he's going to be a great quarterback, because he played against Youngstown State twice every year.
I didn't bring up his record. You gotta look the other way.
I just like blaming Marty for stuff. Anyway.
I know. I don't know how Adam keeps getting out of this.
I see. So Mark could probably throw for almost 30 touchdowns and no interceptions in college football.
26 isn't almost 30 either. I mean,
if you're rounding
26
up,
for
yes,
what?
it is.
26 for what?
0.
No, you said 26 is not almost 30.
How many rushing? Does that include rushing touchdowns?
No, he had 14 rushing touchdowns also.
That's good. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm just saying, like, 26-0. Aaron Rodgers goes every season and throws 35 touchdowns and like 4 interceptions. So, and I shouldn't be comparing Trey Lance to
Aaron Rodgers went to Alabama or Georgia.
Didn't he go to
like
USC?
That. No, he went to
some no-name school
he went
in
to
California.
Cal.
Yeah.
That stands for California.
Who has a great football program, right, Mark? Because they're ranked every year.
Sure. Well, he's on the same track. I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm just saying he's not in a Power 5 conference or Power 3 or whatever, how many conferences we have anymore. We should have put that on the podcast to talk about.
Pass.
So, do you think that they should maybe run Jimmy G out still again, or is it just Trey Lance's team?
I think it's Trey Lance, and Jimmy G's just an expensive backup until what's going to happen is a team's either going to lose a quarterback to injury.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't. Or somebody's just not going to pan out, and they'll go and trade for him. I think what sucks is right now I think everybody's waiting for San Francisco to eat that contract this year. It's the same thing with Baker Mayfield.
Right.
Or they're hoping that they cut him because they don't want to eat the contract, and then he can go wherever he wants.
I think
Well,
they're past that. I think they're paying a large portion of this contract still.
well, and the shitty thing is they couldn't really get rid of Garoppolo earlier in the season or in the offseason because he was hurt.
Yep.
So nobody's going to want to trade for a hurt quarterback. You don't know what he's going to look like.
Right. Who's middle of the road anyway.
Yeah.
So, do we think so we were talking about young quarterbacks that are kind of make or break years. Let's just go through them a little bit.
Okay.
It's going to be rapid fire. You just say yes or no on they're going to have a good year and they're going to show that they're good or they're not, and then we can go around and talk.
Yep.
Daniel Jones.
No.
I will say no. Zach Wilson.
No.
I will also say no. Sam Darnold.
Not even a starter. No.
Well, hell, not a starter now, so no.
Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
Yes.
I also have yes.
I like Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
The Zach Wilson one, how long has he been a starter? 1 year?
Last year was rookie year.
And now did you hear he got hurt?
Yeah.
And so that's the worst thing that can happen to the Jets is for him to get hurt because you don't know if you're a buyer or a seller because you have all you're going to do is are you leaving, Smith? See you, Smith.
See you, Smith.
All you're going to do is you're going to just be caught up in, well, he was hurt. You can't get rid of a guy because he got hurt.
You know what's crazy is Robert Saleh was already like, man, Joe Flacco, who's the backup there, is just looks like a starting caliber top 10 quarterback in the league right now, all preseason. And then Wilson got hurt. And it's like, well, it was already looking bad. Now it's looking really bad. But
Right.
I didn't watch Zach Wilson in college at all, period. But I just look at him and I'm just like, no offense to Zach Wilson. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Does not look like a starting quarterback. Just his build.
I watched the highlights of the game that he went down. Before he went down, he looked like shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was throwing interceptions. He didn't know what he was doing in the pocket. It was not a good look for a second-year quarterback. Considering you see Joe Burrow, second-year quarterback, just the complete opposite.
Right.
Kind of like how Sam Darnold looked when he was in New York.
Right. And that's where, some people either have it, some people don't.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Zach Wilson has it.
And that's the scary thing when you're a team looking for a quarterback and you go to the draft and it's like everyone was like, "Oh, the Lions should trade up and get Malik Willis." Well, maybe, or we just wasted a very valuable trade or pick.
Yeah.
You know,
Aren't you the guy that said you should draft a quarterback in the first round every single
I'm not
draft?
saying if you don't have one, then yes, you have to. If you don't have a quarter, if you don't think you have the guy, yes.
So if Jared Goff, pedestrian, less than pedestrian, not good.
We weren't getting out of that contract. I still would have drafted one.
Okay. But I'm saying next year,
Yes.
first round,
Yep. Wherever. Take a quarterback somewhere in the first three.
first 3 rounds.
You keep drafting until you got one.
All right.
I stand by that.
We're not even going to get into that phone call because it was such a shit show.
Love you, Dwayne.
One thing I will say about Zach Wilson is that, you know, he's just going into his second year. I mean, it's still a little bit early. I know he probably does look like shit, and he probably will not pan out to be a good quarterback. But, you know, you're only going to give him 1 year, and like, nope, he's not a starter.
In
We
a
gotta
1
get rid of
year.
him.
1 year.
Yeah.
But it's because it's New York.
Yes.
And they are crazy out in New York.
Yeah,
Ask
they
Josh
have.
Rosen about that.
Yeah.
1 year,
Well, but then you get Danny Dimes. This is his, what, third year?
fourth
Year? Like, yeah, because they didn't pick up his 5th-year option.
Yep.
So it's like, so you got one New York team that is
I know.
giving them 4 years. And Zach Wilson, this is a big year for him.
I will say Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones is on the hottest of hot seats this year.
Oh,
Yes.
fucking right he is.
Yeah.
Especially because they drafted him 6th out of Duke. They traded up to get him. I remember I was sitting on your couch when that happened, and we're like,
That was
who?
What?
And then he had an okay rookie season, and just okay. But he's got a lot of interception problems.
Oh, yeah.
And his offensive line blows. He needs Saquon Barkley to stay healthy so that they have to somewhat respect the run.
Right.
Somewhat.
But like the last 2 seasons for him, freaking 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and then the following year, 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Oh my God.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Remember when he was running? He broke one and he was running. He tripped over his own feet on the 20-yard line.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but
I'm gonna bring that up.
damn, that was funny.
That's the epitome
I'm
of
gonna bring
Daniel
that up.
Jones' career. Another team that is having some quarterback issues is the Browns, and we're not going to get into it a whole lot. We all know, what he did and what he's accused of doing. And personally, I thought the NFL took it easy on him. They could have went for a year. And the only thing I really have to say on it, that is, if you're going to have an independent arbiter, a woman judge, federal judge that both sides agreed on to make the decision, whether you agree with it or not, which I don't agree with, 4 or 6 games is just obnoxiously low, but still, and then she puts out her findings of what the NFL gave her, and that's what she came up with, and then you immediately disregard it and put out your own penalty. What are we doing? We just need to stop with that. Like, stop the facade that this person actually has any power, because you just undermine the shit out of the whole thing. Just let the NFL do what they wanted to. I think the NFL wanted to do a year, but they didn't want to get sued, even though they would have won.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they just negotiated their way into not getting sued.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
so if they would have just started and just been like 12 games, or not 12 games, the season, it probably would have been over. The whole having an arbiter, I don't understand the process personally.
Yeah, the only comment I have on that, and it has nothing to do with their quarterback, is this proves the Browns won a playoff game 2 years ago, their first one in a long time, and then they basically exiled that quarterback.
Yeah.
This right here, this situation, everything, the full contract, all the picks, 3 first rounders or whatever it was, proved how shitty and dysfunctional the Browns will always be.
Yep.
There is
100%.
no way they ever change after this.
No.
You can't.
No.
You just put all your eggs in the shittiest basket.
Yep.
Well, and going back to, Baker and everything, they were trying to trade for Deshaun Watson, and then they didn't get him at first.
Yeah.
And Baker's like, well, fuck this. I want out.
I don't blame them.
And they're like, no, we're not trading you. It's like, well,
Okay.
like you said, dysfunctional. It's like, no, we wanted to replace you, but we lost out, so you know, fuck off. You know, you're just gonna be our starter.
Some of that is just business. Like the NFL is a business. Baker, like I don't blame him for being like mad, but for him to being like, I'm not showing up. Well, that's kind of dumb. You're giving up a lot of money if you just don't show up. But yeah, I don't care if the Browns win a Super Bowl in the next 4 years. I really don't. They will forever be this.
Yeah.
This is what they are.
Yep.
Agreed.
So that's all I have to say about that subject.
Yeah, and there's no real easy segue into this because it's such a shitty situation. We all know what happened. But what are the Browns going to do at quarterback for the first 11 games?
And Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, they're gonna have to run him out there.
Do you think they might take a play for Jimmy G?
No, I think they would have already done it. Why would
Unless they're waiting, because the longer they wait and the more they talk up Jacoby Brissett, the less they're going to have to give up for Jimmy G.
I guess, but why would you give up like all of training camp in your preseason to
That's
get
true.
him going?
Unless Jacoby Brissett just looks absolutely awful, because we know that Josh Rosen ain't gonna be the freaking quarterback either.
God, no, he's freaking terrible.
He's one concussion away from just not being in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, that was always his problem.
You know, I think going after Garoppolo wouldn't be a bad play, but I mean, Brissett would have to look really, really bad for them to, you know, switch it up at this point.
But who gives you a better chance to win?
Garoppolo.
Correct. Marty?
Oh, Garoppolo. I just don't think they care.
I know, but if they're also in a win now. You got a solid defense.
Yeah.
2 great running backs.
But it's a terrible organization. They don't see it like that.
Well,
They're
I
just
know.
bad.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying that. I agree
Like,
with that.
what would I do? I'd go get Jimmy G.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying is what should they do?
Basically, Cleveland's kind of wasted another year at another opportunity.
Because I like Jacoby Brissett. I like Jacoby Brissett for 3 games. Not 11. Not
Great
11.
backup. Really good
Yeah,
backup.
solid
Yeah,
backup.
That is who you want at backup.
Yep.
Right. Because the team is good. He's got a good team around him. So now what happens, let's just say Jacoby Brissett is just lighting it up in week 12 comes around. There is 0% chance that anyone starts but Deshaun Watson, right?
Yeah, they try to trade him.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah, that is what they should do.
Get a draft pick back somewhere.
You never know. The Browns might do just what the Browns do.
That's-
You're like, well, we got a hot hand here.
That's true.
Ugh, kill me now.
Anyways.
So, all right, let's go to some fun stuff. We're going to go through our divisions, and we are going to rank teams in our division. Who would like to start?
I'll go first.
Okay.
We stop starting bottom to the top.
However you want to do it. Let's just start with the AFC West, no matter what.
Yeah. Number 4, I got the Denver Broncos. I thought they had a good offseason. I mean, everybody in the AFC West had a great offseason. But
When you can get Russell
Wilson, which we haven't even talked about yet tonight.
Yep.
And then they got Randy Gregory from Dallas. I thought that was a great pickup. But I just don't know about their wide receivers. You know, Jerry Jeudy, is he going to be a top wide receiver? Is he going to be injured? You know, but they also don't have a really good number 2 behind him. And then I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Cortland Sutton.
Eh.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I like him.
Yeah.
so do I.
No, I mean, I do like him, but But anyways,
When you upgrade the quarterback position times 1,000,
Yeah.
you're gonna be better.
yeah, when you go from Drew Lock to
Yeah, because on the exact opposite is Seattle, which we'll get to.
right.
Give the-
Number 3 at the Las Vegas Raiders with all the acquisitions that they had and everything. You know, you also have Josh McDaniels, who is technically not a first-year head coach, but, you know, second stint as a head coach. He only got like 2 years in Denver.
Right.
His first go-around. So we'll just see how that dynamic is. This is also one of the toughest divisions to frickin' rank. So
Yeah, for sure.
I've got the Chargers at number 2. They should be number 1 on paper. You know, with all the acquisitions that they got with Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson, who's actually now hurt. J.C. Jackson, the corner.
Yep. Great running back.
Austin Eckler, Mike Williams. Who's the other wide receiver that I'm forgetting?
He's probably on Geiger's fantasy team.
Right. And then you got Justin Herbert, who is, you know,
A stud.
going to be a generational talent.
Right.
But I got Kansas City number 1, and the only reason I have number 1 is because, like Ric Flair always said, you got to be the man, you got to beat the man.
I agree.
Until somebody knocks off Kansas City in that division, it's Kansas City's division.
And in Kansas City, have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, and Travis Kelce for that matter. But still, you're 100% right. And everyone is going to want to sleep on them. They lost Tyreek Hill, blah blah blah. Let's just calm down. It's the exact opposite of the Lions. Lions fans get really, really jacked up that they're going to be winners, and then they underperform. And what I always say is, until you actually show me that you're better and that you can win, I'm not going to say you're winners. And until Kansas City shows that they're losers, because remember, they were in their 4th straight freaking AFC Championship game hosting it. I can't put them anywhere else but number 1. You just can't do it.
Agreed.
I
said, the Chargers on paper probably the best team in the division, but I got to see it. Got to see it first.
I agree. My AFC West, bottom to top: Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs. Same as Adam. I mean, with every single point that Adam brought up.
Wait, are you going from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom?
Bottom to top. So the worst: Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs. You can't say you're the best. It's the same reason why Green Bay can lose their number 1 wide receiver, and what's his name? Aaron Rodgers is talking shit to his rookie wide receivers, yet they're still number 1.
And one last point I want to bring up with the Chargers. The Chargers had made the playoffs last year. That's right, they didn't, because Justin Herbert didn't show up.
Didn't show up? Are you kidding?
I don't know.
Are you
I
really
can't
gonna
say that.
say that?
that was an epic.
Did he win that game?
We're recording this, right?
Yeah, this is Joe Burrow isn't going to be good in the NFL fucking
Oh
type
my God!
conversation.
I thought I was about to say something stupid.
Mike-
but please continue that thought.
Justin
Did
Herbert
he win the game?
Justin
Did he win
Herbert.
the game?
His defense lost him the game. Justin Herbert was doing God's work out
God's work. The man could barely stand up when the game was over, and he was still throwing 40-yard darts.
there. Yeah, that was genuinely one of the most impressive things I've seen on a football field.
It's like you'd say Mike Tomlin's in the hot seat.
Yeah, Adam's got some pretty cold.
Yeah, well,
this
is gonna make my cold take feel really good.
all right. What do you got? AFC West.
Yeah,
Bottom to
am I
top.
starting at the bottom?
Yep.
All right, Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Chargers.
Say that again.
Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Chargers.
Wow, that's a cold. So they
The
went.
Broncos number 2, though.
Yep.
So
I think the Broncos were a quarterback away from being number 2 or 3 already, and they went and got one of the best in the league. Okay? The Chargers have upgraded all over the place, and they have one of the best QBs in the league right now, right? The Broncos, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, everything they got going, they're right there. The Raiders also were in the playoffs last year, competing, doing their thing. They upgraded. Devontae Adams, all the things they've done. The only team that potentially has gotten worse on paper is Kansas City. So if you ask me, how do I think they're going to finish this year? That's how I think it's going to finish. And I'll probably be wrong. I don't care.
Oh, I don't think you're probably going to be wrong. You're going to definitely be wrong.
right.
I will bet you almost anything.
I just don't see the Chiefs finishing last in that division.
And just
But
because
do you know how easy it is? Not easy, but like these teams are going to beat the living piss out of each other.
Agreed.
So like, it's not going to be that unfathomable that one. That's still not a word. That one of these teams that's super good is going to end up in like they're all really good. So I get it. I understand what you're saying. That's how I rank them.
But the Chiefs have, I mean, I agree.
They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Without a doubt. And I will agree that, yes, they did lose a big piece with Tyreek Hill. I mean, everyone agrees. And the other teams did rank up. But, like, just because they went down a little bit and some teams went up, that doesn't mean that they are going to go from hosting their 4th straight AFC Championship game to being the worst team in their division.
Yes,
that's a hell of a...
And I ranked them. No, they didn't just go down a little bit. I think that they were already teetering on like the number 2 spot last year.
Behind who? The Raiders?
Chargers and Raiders.
Did the Chargers make the playoffs?
No, I'm just saying.
So the team that went to the AFC Championship game and the team that didn't make the playoffs were teetering with each other?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess this is going to be a classic agree to disagree. Because I will take that bet, though, if you want to.
$5, gentleman's bet.
Make it 1,000.
I don't know. I'll make it 1,000.
That you think the Chiefs are going to end dead last.
You on in on this?
I'll take that bet.
All right.
I mean, it actually helps if they end up dead last with the $750 bet I have with Adam.
You should be rooting to lose that $5.
That's a long play.
That's a long something. But that doesn't help with the AFC West being that hard, too.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know. I can't. Sure, they lost Tyreek Hill. Great wide receiver. But for them to go to basically fall to that level, I don't see it.
I do.
Number 2, I could get that.
Okay.
Number 2? Oh, yeah. Like moving like the Chargers surface.
Yeah. Yes.
Serpentine.
Yeah. I'm surprised that you don't have the Raiders, like that the Broncos jumped up over
I
the
think
Raiders.
the Broncos are going to be scary. I think the Raiders are going to be like this. We thought last year's NFC, what was it, West?
NFC West. Yep.
Yeah, NFC West.
Was like crazy good and like holy cow, this is insane. I think this year's it's even closer.
Oh, I agree. Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
And so like it's not that I don't think the Chiefs are good. It's that they have to beat the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Raiders, and they all got significantly better.
But my thing with Russell Wilson, though, is it seems like he gets off to a hot start, a great start for the first half of the season, and then the second half of the season, it's like, it just kind of like levels off. And
Yeah, I don't have the stats to argue against any of that. He's not always the most consistent, but, I mean, would you consider him a top 10 quarterback in the league?
Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
probably.
Right? Okay, so I think they have the tools. I think their defense is very good. Mm-hmm. And now they just went and got a top 10 quarterback. And we don't know what these wide receivers are really capable because Drew Lock and whoever was there before.
Trevor Siemian?
Trevor Siemian, right? Like
The powerhouse.
right? And then they got that tight end. Is it Irv Smith or is that Vikings? I don't know. But they have pieces. No, they traded him away to Seattle. They have pieces there.
I think we're all agreeing that they're going to be good, that the other team's upgraded. It's just like, that's a hell of a fall. Mm-hmm. A team that has been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1, and they lose 1 wide receiver, and you're like, yeah, that means Tyreek is a 3-division drop on them. So what if Tyreek stayed there?
I also don't think they have a good running back on their team.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he'll be fine.
No, he's not good.
He'll be fine.
They don't even want him.
He's
They're going to start
fine.
some 6th-round rookie over him.
If they kept Tyreek Hill, where would you put them?
Didn't they lose?
3.
Probably 3.
Oh my God! They were just in the AFC Championship game.
2.
Team stays
2
the
or
same.
3.
Team stays the same.
2 or
Fucking
3.
garbage. Can't make the playoffs.
Yeah, you have a wide receiver that can open the field up whenever you want. Yes, that makes a very big deal when your entire offense is going through your quarterback playing backyard football.
That
Yes.
entire team runs through Travis Kelce on the receiving end. It is not Tyreek Hill. It is Travis Kelce.
Why do you think Travis Kelce's open all the time?
Well, they'll just have another wide receiver.
That's actually a good point.
Who is going to replace him? McCole Hardman? Hurt. Probably won't even play.
Smith-Schuster.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Oh, I bet you with a good quarterback, maybe he will be. I know.
Ben Roethlisberger was terrible.
I'm just saying, his last few years, yes, he
He
was.
can still deliver the football.
He was good enough that he retired. He was. Come
Now
on.
you're playing against age.
Yeah, because Tom Brady's a young chicken. And so is Aaron Rodgers, back-to-back MVP. Let's just calm down. I'm just saying.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, I don't think he's a terrible wide receiver.
Yep, number 4 on the Green Bay's roster.
I bet you they wish they had him now.
I bet they wish they had almost anyone besides they have now.
Yeah, that's a shit show. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, I think Patrick Mahomes can make people look good, and I think Tyreek Hill is going to learn that not all quarterbacks are Patrick Mahomes. I think he's that good. I think.
What are you talking about? Tua Tagovailoa? I can't even pronounce his last name. I think he's a great quarterback who can overthrow the football or throw it short.
Brad just messaged and said, I'm with Marty on this.
Yeah.
I think KC shits the bed. That team has slid every year.
Oh,
I don't even
slid to 4 AFC Championship games
that they hosted. That they hosted.
Get the fuck.
I don't understand what you guys are even talking about. That they lose Tyreek Hill, and it's like the wheels are completely off the fucking bed. You're right, Marty. We asked for a list. It doesn't mean it's a good one.
Okay.
Okay.
The only thing that I will say about Kansas City, like they did lose Tyrann Mathieu, who is a great safety.
Honey badger.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid of Kansas City to let him go. I thought they should have kept him.
I agree. I agree completely with that. I'm actually was kind of okay with Tyreek Hill leaving because he just wanted to chase the money, and they were gonna.
He absolutely went
100%.
Yeah, I mean that's just what he was doing. Okay, NFC West. I'll start. I have the worst team, Seattle. Drew Lock. I mean, what?
Yep.
They were barely relevant with Russell Wilson. They're going to be even less relevant with. I mean, obviously without him. So, Seattle, Cardinals. I mean, they did get Kyler Murray in there. That's a whole fucking weird thing with this contract where he has to watch certain hours of film. I mean,
less Call of Duty.
yeah, I don't know. There's a whole methodology on when it's double XP. He plays worse on Sundays when it's double XP because he stayed out the night before playing.
I just can't. I can't with that guy. I want to root for him because he looks so good when he's playing well, but
where does Gears fit into his contract?
That's true. And then
50.
I got Niners and Rams. Niners, they're just set up to win. They just need
Yeah.
they're another quarterback away. So if Trey Lance performs,
yep.
I mean,
Agreed.
if Seattle had a good quarterback, well, hell, if Seattle had fucking
They
Russell
had a good
Wilson,
quarterback.
if they had Russell Wilson, then you could maybe argue that the NFC West is the hardest division in sports. But Russell going to
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree with that statement.
because then the Broncos are shit. So
Yes. Yeah.
Russell Wilson's kind of
100%
just
agree.
swinging all of these.
Yeah.
And then I have the Rams at number 1. But the Niners and Rams, Niners always play the Rams fucking tough. That's why they beat them fucking 4 of the last 4 times in the regular season.
And they should have beat him in the NFC Championship game.
Yes, they should have. That Tart, that's his last name. He missing that interception wide open through his arms. Game over. Didn't happen. Rams go on, win the Super Bowl. Let's go. So that's mine. Seattle, Cardinals, Niners, Rams, number 1.
Yeah. I can't argue with that. We're right there on the same page. Seattle's just a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
And then I still just don't trust the Cardinals to get it done. I feel like they should be able to compete.
Well, what's the Kingsbury?
Cliff Kingsbury.
He's just great in the first 6 games. His record, if we looked it up, I'm making some of this up, but his first 6 games, he is 85% win percentage.
Yeah.
The 6th game or the second half of the season, he's like 35%. It's insane.
I know we looked that up before, and that is
And then-
100%.
I think we looked it up for Murray one point too, which I know they're going to go hand in hand because Cliff Kingsbury came in when they got Murray, but I think they're made for each other. They should win the first half of the season and just shit the bed the rest of it. 49ers and Rams. I don't know. The Rams improved this year. They won a Super Bowl, and they improved their roster this year without draft picks.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to say, well, the 49ers are going to bring in a second-year quarterback that didn't really play a lot last year.
Well, you've said some pretty crazy shit this podcast, so.
It's your opinion.
Well, that's true.
Mine, I've got Seattle, obviously, just a shitstorm right there. I actually I had the 49ers 3, but the only reason I had San Francisco number 3 is just because they're starting Trey Lance out there.
big question mark.
I don't know what Trey Lance is going to look like.
I feel like I haven't seen Trey Lance throw a football. Like, I don't remember ever seeing him play.
And when he threw last year,
2 or 3 games he started.
he wasn't lighting the world on fire. So I'm always the guy that I need to see a little bit more before I can make like a good judgment on if they're going to be,
Like, you need to see you need to see how a team functions.
quality,
Like how a team functions if it gets or loses a player before you start just knocking them down 6-7 pegs, not going to make the playoffs type of stuff. I get it. I totally agree.
And then I got Arizona number 2, with Kyler Murray and all that. Yeah. But the one thing that I will say I forgot is
It's okay.
DeAndre Hopkins being out for, how many games is he out for? 4 or 6?
6, I
6
believe.
games.
Yeah.
He's
So, now they're going to have to rely on Hollywood Brown to take over that number
Christian
1 spot.
Kirk, where's he at? Did he leave?
Yeah, he went to Jacksonville,
Okay.
who now
Paid
set
him
the
a
market.
talking about chasing money.
Yeah, no shit.
So, and then I got the Rams at number 1. I mean, like Marty said, they got better.
They got better.
OBJ free agent, so we'll just bring in Allen Robinson from Chicago.
God, I would love for them to sign OBJ.
Yeah.
That would be just insane.
3 wide receiver sets every play.
You let Von Miller walk for a ridiculous contract in Buffalo, I will say.
I'm so glad they didn't try to sign him on that.
I thought Buffalo way overpaid.
Yep. Overpaid and over years.
Yeah. Von Miller's Hall of Fame player.
I think they just wanted veteran presence.
Right, but I think they overpaid by a bit.
6 years, he's going to be so washed up by then. Because he's at the top. I mean, he's got
Was he
2
34?
years. Yeah.
So-
He's got 2 years left. He's going to be 40 years old as a linebacker.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. I don't know if he's 34, but he's up there.
They front on him to get it there, and then he retires, and they don't have to pay him any more salaries.
So they let Von Miller walk, but bring in Bobby Wagner.
I know.
Yeah, you get the 1 or 2 best linebacker in the game. So
And like Mark had said earlier in the podcast, we'll just see what Matthew Stafford's arm looks like here. Obviously he's not playing at all in the preseason.
No.
So
No.
just let him rest, let him get healthy. Matt Stafford will be fine.
he is a tough motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's
everyone
proved
knows that.
forever.
So he, if there's a guy that can, I just don't want him to play through it. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I want to talk about something with the Lions real quick that I forgot about. When you said Jameson Williams, we were talking about playing through injury. The worst thing the Lions can do, the absolute worst thing the Lions can do, is run Jameson Williams out there if there is even a shred that he is not ready.
No.
Keep him for the whole season off the field.
100%.
Don't care.
Yep.
You have a week 6 bye. I think it is.
Yep.
So,
He's already on the 4-game IR.
yeah. So give him 2 more weeks. Who gives who cares?
And even if after that, if he goes out there and you're like, he's like, I'm not 100, keep him off of it.
Right.
You're not in a win now.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're scrounging for a wild card position, keep him out.
Keep him out.
You're not contending for a Super Bowl or anything this year, or contending for go to the NFC Championship game. So, I agree.
All right.
yeah,
So was that leave the NFC North?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go. This was actually really hard for me because I was trying super hard to keep the Kool-Aid and the bias out of it. And then I didn't. So from the bottom.
Oh boy. All right. This is all right. Let's just preface it this.
No,
I can't wait
We didn't preference any of yours. Just let me say mine, and then you can make fun of me, and you guys can have a jolly time.
That sounds great.
From the bottom, I got the Bears,
Well,
which is probably the easiest thing in the world. 2 and 3 was the hardest part for me. So at number 3, I got the Vikings.
Got nothing for you.
whoops.
Oh, good button there, Mark.
It's hard being a producer.
Number 2, I got the Lions. Number 1, I got the Packers. Nope, you gonna let me finish talking?
I was saying it's good.
Okay. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Until the Packers defense shits the bed and Aaron Rodgers isn't playing, and their running backs aren't fucking studs because AJ Dillon and I can't think of their starting running back. And
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones and
There
Robert
you go.
Tonyan doesn't come back and do the same thing that Robert. I mean, they are a complete team. So we're gonna let that go. I think the Lions have improved. I think they showed signs of improvement at the end of the year. We have a new offensive coordinator where we showed signs of improvement. So we have a whole training camp with all that. And I think MCDC's second year, he's got them playing. The Vikings are the wild card. The Bears are going to be terrible. I don't think I need to say anything about that. Worst offensive line, worst everything. They're terrible.
I still think Justin Fields is going to be an okay quarterback, but I think they're horrible. They're going to have the worst
until
record.
They did nothing to help him.
Yeah,
Correct.
And that's what blows my mind. I don't know, and I hope he is, because I mean, I know he went to Ohio State, but I still want to see people succeed. I'm not like that much of a piece of crap. The Vikings are the wild card. We split with them last year. I have to assume we can split with them again. They got a brand new coach. They sniped someone from the Rams.
Of course.
I don't know what their defense is really going to do, but I will tell you this. If they get their offensive going, they're going to be able to score points.
Yeah,
So it's like, can the Vikings get on track with first-year coach, first-year offensive coordinator? Can the Lions keep the momentum rolling? Or do we just shit the bed again and we end up in third or fourth? Who knows? But the way I look at it now, on paper, it's Bears, Vikings, Lions, Packers, and I think you could, depending on what happens, you could flip the middle ones.
I will say, I think I completely disagree when you say on paper the Lions are better than the Vikings. I think it's the exact opposite. Mm-hmm. I think the Vikings on paper are significantly better.
I said that, and it doesn't.
Yeah, than the Lions.
Make sense.
But I think the Lions have more momentum.
Momentum, not on paper.
Yeah, not on paper. Okay, because I'm like and we've had that conversation.
It came out of my mouth, and I was like, that doesn't.
And we can go through that exercise if you want again, but it's not fun for a Lions fan. I mean, who would you rather have, Dalvin Cook or DeAndre Swift?
Dalvin Cook.
Who would you rather have?
No,
Justin Jefferson or
Armand St. Brown?
Who would you rather have? Their secondary wide receiver, Adam Thielen or Amar St. Brown? That's
Brown.
where I know, but that's their second.
Yeah.
And
well, he's our second right now too.
Who's your first?
DJ Chark.
Okay, I think I would rather take Adam Thielen actually than
Wait, St.
DJ.
Brown's not the number one?
I think St. Brown is number one.
Okay, 1A, 1B.
Well, that's the same with anyway. Doesn't matter.
And
then who?
You think Thielen is a 1B, or do you like? I think Chark and St. Brown are like right next to each other.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson is number one.
I
Yeah,
think unless you're the LA Rams, you don't have a better wide receiver than Justin Jefferson on the team.
Agreed. But
No
but
offense,
Adam
Devontae
but
Adams.
Adam Thielen,
Was the number one.
yeah, Adam Thielen would be 1C on the Lions. Like I think all those guys are.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right.
No, Justin Jefferson is in his own category with the best in the NFL.
I misunderstood which way you were going with that.
And so then, like you're like Kirk Cousins or Jared Goff. I'd rather have Kirk Cousins personally.
Same, actually.
But like, so on paper, the Vikings look better. But I thought you were going to get like stupid and be like, the Lions have a shot at unseating the Packers or something like that. I think
God bless us if we can, but no, they do it.
Yeah, well, I agree. So, all right,
I had Chicago number 4 because Chicago, they didn't do, like you had said, didn't do Justin Fields any favors.
They're garbage.
I hope that they don't ruin Justin Fields.
Right.
That's the only thing I worry about with that. 3, I had the Lions.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
could interchange him with Minnesota.
That you could. It just depends on what they do under that coach.
I do, and I know you and I have had this conversation. I do like the culture that frickin' Dan Campbell has brought into Detroit. That hasn't happened in a very, very long time. I mean, you go back to Matt Patricia, you go back to Jim Caldwell,
Jim Schwartz.
Or Jim Shorts.
I never know.
One of the
I'm
two.
confused. I'll say this real quick on the Lions, and then I'll let it go. I had a conversation with, it might have been both of you. When the first episode of Hard Knocks came on, I said, I don't know what they're going to do this year. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid super hard, like playoff game, wild card, winning record hard.
Right.
But I will say this is the first time in a lot of years that the Lions are on any sort of stage and we're not embarrassing ourselves.
Sure.
We're not embarrassing ourselves.
Right.
Like the team is being built properly. Our coach is handling himself correctly. Like we went 3-3 at the end, and then Hard Knocks has been fine and it's been good. And our draft picks have been smart. We're not reaching for Hawkinsons and Okudas and trying to prove to everyone we're the best. It's been nice.
Right.
Sorry. Keep
No,
going.
you're good. I got Minnesota number 2. that offense is pretty good. I mean, Kirk Cousins, I think, is a good quarterback, a good serviceable quarterback. You got Justin Jefferson, who is probably one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league.
Top 3.
Yeah. You got Dalvin Cook, who is a machine at running back. The only problem with Dalvin is he's injury prone.
Availability.
Yep. Is he going to be there the entire
Availability is the best ability.
Yep. Is he going to be there the entire year?
How'd you like that one?
Whoa.
Need that spring sounder.
Yeah.
And then I got the Packers at number 1. You lost Devontae Adams and everything, and the wide receiver core.
The wide receiver room is next to the Bears. Maybe the
Shouldn't they be in dead last then? For you?
But no,
they lost a number 1 wide receiver.
Stop being dramatic. Read your rankings.
Well, is that not true?
You're being dramatic.
Is that not true? Did
No.
they not lose a number 1
That's
wide
not-
receiver?
I don't. Yeah, who cares? That's not the only reason, though. It wasn't the only reason. Get off that and read your rankings.
I don't know.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't know. I would like a detailed report for this after school tomorrow.
Perfect.
So-
Yeah, I'll get that over to
Okay.
you. Is your email still fuckoff@gmail.com?
I wish it was.
I'm gonna say this last little thing, and then I got a question for Marty. So, so then I got Green Bay number 1. You know, they've got a great defense that I think is going to carry them until Rodgers and the wide receivers can all get into a good mesh and everything.
Yeah.
And they'll be fine. Mm-hmm. My question for you, Marty, is what did Green Bay acquire this year to stay at number 1 in the NFC North?
They didn't have to acquire anything. I think Green Bay has a top 6 or 7 defense.
Okay.
And
So-
they have Aaron Rodgers, and they have a great duo, stable at running backs. And Robert Tunyon's back, and he's healthy.
So you're saying that they didn't lose anybody and didn't gain anybody, and they're going to stay at number 1. Mm-hmm. Kansas City. Well,
It's
actually,
a different division.
Sorry,
It's a
they
different
lost.
division. It's a different division.
That's
I didn't
true.
put Kansas City at 4th based on solely what they did. They got moved down based on how well everybody else improved. Move on.
That's a good point. You're still fucking nuts. All right.
That's fine. I'm okay with you guys thinking that. But fucking put it in context.
That's true. I mean, the division is significantly more difficult. You're not playing the fucking Lions
You're
and the
right. The
Bears.
NFC North is probably the second hardest division.
They're the worst division in sports and has been
Fucking
for a
idiot,
very,
Adam.
very long time. But
Fucking idiot. Adam, Marcus also arguing the same freaking thing.
I've
But you're
already
going
told
But
you
see, I know
to-
how to hedge. I know how to hedge it so that
Well,
you
he-
guys fight
he
and I get
didn't-
to sit
He
out here.
didn't set up the world's stupidest question.
Lost the number 1 wide receiver,
Still doesn't
Yeah,
move.
keep going.
but doesn't flinch.
Doesn't flinch even a second. Because, well, if he did flinch, he would have to put Detroit at number 1, and he knows he can't get away with that, for God's sakes. All right, I got the Bears, Lions, Vikings, and the Packers at number 1 for all of the reasons we've already talked. We're right up against a break. We will be back. We got to talk about LeBron James. We got to talk about the Live Golf Tour. We got to talk about fantasy football. We got to keep giving Marty shit. It's going to be a good time. Stay in tuned. Podcast is sponsored by Joeltech. Joeltech is a technology consulting firm specializing in small business and school district technology. From networking and server installation to maintenance and computer upgrades, they have you covered. Simply put, Joeltech gets IT done. Visit Joeltech, JOLETEC.com to learn more. The Crypto Corner podcast is brought to you in part by CryptoTech. CryptoTech specializes in building, installing, monitoring, and maintaining all different sizes of crypto mining rigs. Whether you are just getting into crypto or are a full-blown crypto wizard, CryptoTech is there to help get you mining money. Find us on Facebook to learn more and mention the Crypto Corner podcast for a special deal on the 8GPU 1080 Ti, the Boss crypto mining rig. Welcome back, everybody. Just in time to hear Marty still complaining about Marty and I, or Adam and I making fun of him. Let's go. All right, we are back. Brief recap on what Marty said that was stupid.
Do we really need to recap it, or can listeners just catch the replay?
Yeah, just follow us on Twitter and whatever.
Just catch the replay at 9 p.m.
Yep. All right.
Anyways.
Let's go to some... Wow.
Oh,
Did
thanks.
not see that coming.
Whoa.
She threw me off my axis a little bit, if I'm being honest.
That's going to happen from time to time.
Okay. We're going to go around a couple other sports.
Okay.
LeBron James contract. I know you guys don't follow the NBA a little bit, but we've been following a little bit more. 2-year, $97.1 million extension. He's now the highest paid NBA player of all time.
Is that max contract for the NBA? They
I'm
always
not
say
sure.
that, and I don't really know what it means, but I know there's maxes.
Well, I guess that's not really a max contract per se. Like, I think a max contract is like 5 years and, you know, $40
$47
million
or whatever.
Okay, so it's close, though. So it's a 2-year extension with like 90 tacked on.
But I think like a max contract for the NBA is like 5 year.
The max 5-year deal. At the max that you can
I
get.
gotcha.
Where this is only a 2-year deal.
Right.
No.
It was funny, though. So he's going to get paid something like $48.6 million a year. Mm-hmm. And Steph Curry, his is $48.1 million a year. So he made sure to be higher paid than Steph Curry.
Right.
So what do you think that this does for LeBron James and his legacy? Because he owes nothing to anyone, right? I mean, he's the top 1 or 2 best NBA players of all time.
Sure. You don't have to like LeBron James to know that he's done a lot for the game of basketball. Mm-hmm. I don't follow basketball very closely, but I did start to kind of enjoy watching it a little bit last year. One, he didn't make a big fiasco out of it. He took his 2 years extension. He got paid, and he's playing for the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yep.
And 2, I think that sets him up perfectly for when his son Bronny graduates.
Yep.
And he's always said he wanted to play with his son.
Yep.
And whatever basically it takes to do that.
Yep.
So good for LeBron. I don't know. I don't know if the Lakers are going to be better this year or worse next year. I haven't really gotten my head wrapped around any of that. But ever since he did the whole thing where like ESPN did a special and he went down to Miami.
Ding.
Yeah, and then he went someplace else, and then he went to Cleveland, and now he's in LA. And like,
Well, him going back to Cleveland was smart. That if there's anything that helped his legacy, that would be it.
I agree.
Repair his image.
I agree. I just like he got his extension. He's in LA where he wants to be.
Yeah, he loves it out there. I mean,
His kids are going to the school he wants them to be at. Perfect. It was low key. It was like something came through Twitter, and they're like, "Hey, they extended LeBron by 2 years for X," and I was like, You're a great basketball player who just had a normal business transaction. Good for you.
Yeah. I think that this contract pretty much just solidifies like he was always going to follow in Michael Jordan's footsteps or shadow of like, I'm the best player in the NBA. I got to win all these championships and everything, which he's won 3 championships with 3 different teams, which he's won and also won 4 total championships. But he doesn't have to. He has nothing left to prove in the NBA, in my opinion.
yeah.
I mean,
I would say. Sorry, keep going.
he's done everything that he's won. Finals MVP. He's won regular season MVP. He's won titles. I mean,
So is he like,
nobody's gonna come close to Michael Jordan. And
Sure,
I
yeah.
think that this contract's like, well, I'm gonna make my money now.
Right.
is he
Before
a
the
back
end.
9, like a back 9 player?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still probably one of the top 5 players in the NBA.
Yeah. He was putting out insane numbers last year.
Yeah.
I watched some of his games. It was fun to watch.
But I think he is on, like you said, on the back 9. He's
Sure.
coming towards the end.
Oh, he's definitely on the back 9. The only thing I'll say is that the Lakers are garbage. Mm-hmm. They just are. They won a championship a couple years ago
In a bubble.
in a bubble. They are not that right now. They are bad. They didn't even make the playoffs, and everyone makes the playoffs in the NBA.
Did Westbrook stay there?
for now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still there.
Not good.
Anthony-
Not a good player.
Anthony Davis was hurt a lot last year.
And that was supposed to be the piece.
Right. And Anthony Street Clothes Davis, because he's always fucking hurt.
Yeah.
My God. And so they went and got Westbrook per LeBron James's request, and it's been a catastrophe.
Really bad.
It's been really bad.
Really bad. The amount of bad press that came out of that
Yeah.
is staggering.
Westbrook. So, yeah, not good. And so, see, I've never been a LeBron James fan. I've been critical of him, but to deny what he does is just, you're just dumb. You're just dumb. If you deny, just because you don't like the guy, he's a top 2 of all time. And if he would have, let's say he would have left. So let's say he would have left and he wanted to go play with, the Mavs and Luka. Everyone would have lost their minds. He's jumping team again to get another championship. But then he stays here and people are like, he's just milking the Lakers and they're not going to be able to win.
In a lose-lose.
He was in a lose-lose
Yeah.
spot. So I'm okay with it. Because if he would have left, he doesn't have any more time left in a rebuild to be the most dominant player on the court. He just doesn't.
No, he's got to go to a win now team.
Right. He has to go to a win now team, and then people are going to criticize him for doing that. Like, not everyone could be Michael Jordan that stayed with one team essentially and won all those championships.
And that's across all sports.
Right.
I mean, the NFL used to be like that too before free agency. Like, you get drafted by the Steelers, you're probably a Steeler for life.
I don't know. I think with LeBron and everything, he's done it all. He's done it all. He's getting his money, while he can. The Lakers are not going to be good this year. I don't think they're going to be. They're going to be struggling to make the playoffs. I think that they will make the playoffs, but as like a 7 or 8 seed.
the only thing I can and have a playing game or whatever.
Yeah, they're going to be in the play-in tournament, which I actually really like. I don't know if you guys follow that at all.
I watched it this year.
I actually like that the NBA has instilled that and everything. I think it just makes the playoffs more interesting.
Yep.
I think the Pistons might be okay this year.
Yeah, I think that
Between
they drafted well
Cade
with
Cunningham and Ivy.
Yeah. Ivy came from Purdue, right? I think. Yeah,
I don't
pretty sure. Yeah.
give me credit that I knew some of the Pistons players. I was watching them at the end.
That hasn't happened in a while. That people actually know anybody on the Pistons.
And they picked that guy up from the 3-on-3 Bigs League. God, what's his name? He just came in and started playing. He just came in and started balling. I wish I could remember his name. Yeah. I can see him. I can see his face in my head.
Yeah.
But
like with LeBron, one last thing. How many freaking Cavaliers teams did he freaking put on his back and drug them to a freaking NBA Finals and damn near almost won. J.R. Smith, if he could freaking learn how to freaking pass the ball.
While there's time on the clock.
Right.
I'll say this. He did it. It wasn't, it was headlines because it's LeBron James, but it didn't dominate the news cycle. Mm-hmm. And this is going to sound weird because he's in the late stage of his career and all that stuff. But, it didn't dominate the news cycle. It felt like a normal thing. Good for LA. Good for him. Almost like he matured a little bit.
It was like a freaking back page story.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Like it wasn't, I agree. It wasn't freaking top headlines like.
I think that's his criticism, that he gets more than anything else. If you want to yell at him for team jumping, oh, yeah, he went to Miami and they built a super team. Mm-hmm. He also went back to Cleveland and won a championship.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then he went to L.A. and won a championship in the bubble. Regardless, he won.
Still a ring.
Still a ring.
For the city.
So, good for him. He got paid. He should get paid.
I think the only way the Lakers are okay this year is if they have to trade Westbrook and find somebody to bring him.
Well, that was the thing. They were talking about acquiring Kyrie this year.
Yep.
But
He just resigned.
I don't know if think
What?
anything.
Oh, no, he didn't. He left.
No.
Yes, because Durant's there.
He can't leave.
But he didn't.
Kyrie didn't.
What's it called?
They didn't pick up his
Yeah. But he can't leave.
Yeah, he's still got one more year left. Mm-hmm. Like he opted into his final year of his contract.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he opted out and Durant opted in.
Mm-mm. No, Durant just signed a new contract last year.
Yeah. And then he said he wanted to be traded, but just today, they kiss and made up, and now they're fine.
Well, he also said he wanted the coaches to be fired.
Yeah.
I was not surprised that Durant was coming back. I'm like, there's no trade market for him because the Nets wanted basically an up and coming superstar and
a bevy of picks,
three
at
first
least.
rounds.
What's his name? Roddy Gobert or whatever the hell his name is. I don't remember.
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, Gobert. He reset the market because he's not nearly as good. It's almost a travesty to say it in the same sentence. Him and Kevin Durant. And he got 5 first-round picks.
Right.
So the Nets are like, well, you reset the market the same way Deshaun reset the market with 260 or 230 million guaranteed. He reset the market.
First. Yeah.
This is what they bring now, and nobody can afford it without leveraging their entire team. Like the Celtics can do it, but they're not going to give up Jason Tatum.
Right.
And you need to have that one too. John Morant, they could do it there, but they're not going to give out John Morant. And so then it's the secondary piece to get
it's just
Kevin Durant, one of the top 3 players in the NBA.
and when that whole thing started with Durant wanting to be traded and everything, Golden State was like in that mix. Like they weren't in the mix, but like people are like, oh, well, he might go to Golden State. It's like you're just coming off of a championship. You know, why are you going to freaking sell the farm just to get Durant,
Right?
who left on his own accord?
Yeah. Man, the Nets. But it sounds like they're going to try to run it back because I think everyone involved realized, number one, the Nets do not care about Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving fucked the Nets so hard.
Yeah, he couldn't play in home games.
Couldn't play in home games. Just everything. He's a walking disaster. And I think Kevin Durant maybe sat down with the brass and was like, okay, I was wrong with Kyrie Irving. Get him the fuck out of here. We got Ben Simmons. I know. Let's try to get another guy in here and let's try to compete for one. Because he had no moves. Kevin Durant had no moves. He has a 4-year contract with him.
Yeah.
He was totally fucked.
That's what everyone was saying. Like, the Nets were just looking at him like, what are you, crazy?
You can say you want to go somewhere else, but what are you, just not going to play and collect money?
Right.
Well, and like Kyrie not playing, and then Durant also being injured and out. James Harden was just basically like,
I'm out.
get me the fuck out of here. I want out.
Kyrie Irving is the Cole Beasley of the NBA.
What Cole Beasley do?
Basically didn't play for a while because he wouldn't get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but again, I don't care. So do you think, let's just say Kyrie Irving goes to LA, and then we can move on because this is more than I actually thought we'd talk about the NBA. Cole Beasley. Not Cole Beasley. Oh my God. Kyrie Irving goes to LA. Do you think that that makes them at least somewhat? Because then they would have perimeter shooting, which we know LeBron James needs because he's a powerhouse. Mm-hmm. And what does LeBron James like to do? Push towards the basket, kick it out.
I think that puts them at like 4 or 5 range.
Sure.
In the West.
Right.
I think they might be better if they actually brought Cole Beasley in. And let that guy.
All right.
He's only 5'9".
Ironically, that's not the coldest take you've said today.
Good hands. Real good hands.
Yeah, he's going to catch that ball. He can't shoot, but he'll catch it. All right, Marty, let's get Marty all ranty. Let's get Marty all fired up.
Here we go.
All right. Let's get I want Marty all fired up.
I could be, probably I'm going to end up being less ranty than you expect on this. Who knows?
Live golf.
Yeah. It's something. It is something.
We'll just mute Adam and I.
No, don't mute you guys yourself. Yeah, so live golf is a thing. And,
So far, so good.
and it's
Off to a
apparently
roaring start.
It's a noun.
it's a golf series. Greg Norman put it together. It's backed by apparently Saudi money. And they're paying people
A lot of money.
a lot of money. It's multi-year contracts. So you look at some of these, and then like the Koepka, something like 5 years, $80 million.
Now
right?
what happens if the league isn't around in like 2 years?
Mute this fuel. I'm
Do
just
they
kidding.
have? Do they have?
Second in a minute.
So do they have to honor that contract?
Unfortunately, live golf is a little more underdeveloped than the NFL, and the real contracts and guaranteed money isn't out there yet.
No.
Along with where their events are going to be until they get into it. and how long it's going to be around for, I don't know. So people jump. They got some big names. They got Koepka. Phil was obviously really early in on this. The PGA Tour does some things that players don't like. It's happening this week.
You didn't say Dustin Johnson, world number one.
DJ's gone.
Yeah.
He gone. But Dustin Johnson was honest about it in the sense that he said, I don't want to play golf my whole life. I want to coach my sons in baseball. So, at least he was just like, I want to be home more. I don't want to be flying to Arizona. I don't want to be flying to California, then back to New York, and so forth and so on. Whatever. He has priorities. He's allowed to do that. The problem with it is the PGA basically said, the Live has a contract. You have to play all of our events. You have to play the Pro-Ams. You can't start fights in the media, so forth and so on. The same way the PGA Tour does. And the PGA Tour, stingy, does some weird things. We're going in the PGA Championship, and Scotty Scheffler's starting at -10. What are they doing? It's insane. I'm getting off onto a different subject here on how they
What do you
handle
mean
things.
he's starting at
I
-10?
will.
So they do that with the PGA Championship,
for
1 through 30. It's the top 30 players.
for the FedEx,
-10, -8 for the
for
FedEx,
FedEx
Cups.
Cup playoffs.
Oh, so it kind of it's like a built-in handicap or something like
Yeah,
that,
which
built-in-
Reverse handicap,
Yeah, reverse
kind of.
which a lot of players actually like that format.
No, they don't. And the top player, John Rahm doesn't like that format, and he's starting at -6. I think it puts people that have played well in a position where they're not going to win it. So it is what it is.
Wait. Scotty Scheffler is starting -10 back.
Mm-hmm.
So why would he's been playing well?
No,
So why doesn't that gives him a better chance of winning?
agreed. But someone like Max Homa, who's been finishing very well at the top of all the tournaments, is starting -2. Right? So Max Homa, really good golfer.
He's already 8 strokes back.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
don't-
big
for
when
the
you're
weekend.
chasing
That's
the,
huge.
You're
I don't
cha-
know why they would have it so big.
Well, yeah.
Why
so
don't you give him 4 strokes?
no, number 30 is no strokes.
Right.
So it's well, what?
They're trying to incentivize people that won.
Yes.
I see.
I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure that
Everybody's playing every week.
if you did well, that you can't just come in and someone gets hot and beats you. Right? It's
Because
just,
this isn't just a regular old tournament.
I think the gap is just too big.
Yeah, 10
I think
is
it's a
way too
little
much.
bit too big. So, anyways, so there's stuff that they do. And a lot of people think the revenue sharing could be more. Phil Mickelson famously took 6 months off of golf after criticizing the PGA and saying some really stupid things.
Yep.
So PGA banned them all. If you go to Lib, defect is the dumbest word ever for this.
Yeah.
They left the tour.
Yep.
They went and took money. Just admit it.
Yep.
You took your time. You took your money. Bryson DeChambeau, whatever. Glad he's gone.
Patrick Reed, your boy.
Oh my god, I was so
He's so dumb.
fucking hate him
Do you know he's suing a sports announcer for the PGA?
for defamation.
Oh
or
my
whatever.
God. He's an idiot. He's just trying to keep live golf in the headlines.
Like he said, that was the most Patrick Reed freaking thing he could ever do.
All right. So what's the PGA Tour synonymous with? 4 majors, right?
Yeah.
You do Augusta, the Open, the U.S.
PGA.
Open, and then the PGA Championship, right?
Yep.
You went to Live, you lost your tour card. But
Unfortunately, that doesn't really do anything to those.
Bryson Bryson and Brooks and all these people have exemptions. So fuck World Tour points. They have 5-year extensions. But the PGA Tour basically said, no, you're not playing in events, and we really don't want you here. Ryder Cup, President Cup,
Yeah,
they don't
but-
want him in
but
there.
How can they keep him out of the Masters?
They can't.
And that the biggest
here's-
sporting spectacle for
But
golf.
here's the problem. You have your Rorys and your Tigers
Yeah.
and your Max Homas and your Colin Morikawas and all these people that Patrick Cantley, who just won last week, are basically saying, if you're going to let these guys go take $80 million over 5 years, if they win over there against nobody competition other than the
Right.
top
10.
6.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got 8 guys.
Yeah, let's call it the top 8, and they can walk away with $4.8 million every time they win a 54-hole event.
Right.
Then we're not going to play.
Right.
And that's what they said. They basically, all the players came together last week. If you saw
I
the
did
headline.
not see this.
Yeah, they basically said if they're all coming back and they get a piece of our pie,
Yep.
because they already got their pie, now they want our pie too.
They
We're
said
not-
that's to the Masters,
They said it to the PGA Tour.
but the tour doesn't run the Masters.
Doesn't matter what they're saying. They say it to the tour. The tour is obviously, news is out. So now Augusta knows that there's potential that some of the top earners and the top players
Just not gonna
on the
play.
tour, the PGA
Yeah.
Tour, not the Live Tour,
Yeah.
are considering boycotting majors.
Okay, what happened? Because I didn't see any of this.
Rory, Tiger, Xander, I think they said they had 8 out of the top 30 players got together in
Flew
a
into
close.
Delaware or whatever.
You saw Tiger coming in and getting in a car with Ricky Fowler, who obviously is in the top 8 guy, but he's influential
Right.
on the tour.
Was
and
he
they had
wearing
a-
all orange?
No, but that would have been sweet. Ironically, though, he got into a car while Tiger was driving.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know.
not smart. Not smart on
But
his
they had a
part.
closed door session, and apparently it was a 3-hour session where they talked about what they want to present to the tour.
Well, that would be a real thing.
Yes, and
Because that McMahon, whatever the Monahan, yeah,
Yeah.
he can do all the threats, but he's not as what's bringing in the money. But if Tiger and Rory and Maracara, if they all band together and they say no, well now that makes a whole. Now the Masters are like, are we really going to side with? We're going to have to pick. We have to pick,
sure,
and
that's
they're
what
going to
they
pick
want.
the PGA Tour, and then the
100%.
PGA Tour. Because they don't have really actually any actual say in the Masters, but that's smart. That's
It
a
is.
good decision.
It
That's
is.
real
It's really,
smart.
and it's the only thing they could really do to combat it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you join Live, just don't do that. I'm tired of hearing about Live Golf.
Right.
I tried to. They don't even have a TV deal.
Yep.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Now they're playing 4-man teams, and it's smashingballs.gc.
Yeah.
Brooks, his brother Chase Koepka. Chase Koepka is not even ranked in the 120.
You know, I
It's a shit show.
I was all for people going to Live, whatever. Who cares if you want to go play 54 holes and
We'll make
you don't
your
have
money.
to. You don't have to freaking golf every weekend.
There's a
Fine.
European tour.
Yeah, but the double dipping. You
The
can't
double dipping-
You can't double dip.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's fair.
you
It's
made your bed. That is what
it's
it is.
unbelievable. And now Liv is trying to apply for DP World Tour points so that they can get into the rankings, kind of like the European
World golf rankings.
Yeah, World Golf Rankings, and DP does it. The European Tour does it, and they're like, "How are we supposed to do this? You only play 54 holes.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody else is playing a different
Right.
set of rules, and they agreed upon it.
Right. That's like arena football points being counted towards the NFL to get into a Super Bowl.
And it was no different than Ian Poulter was probably on your list, and Sergio Garcia went and played in DP tournament not that long ago, and they complain because they feel like they're getting crap. Now that those tours are crapping on Live people now too.
Yep.
They won't release any of the media. And to top it all off, Rory and Tiger just started.
That was Phil's biggest gripe with the PGA, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
sure was
So what are we talking about here? With
revenue sharing, and they drove it up. I mean, this year
Yeah,
alone, ever since Live started,
Dollar late and a buck short.
Matt Fitzpatrick took home like a record purse when he won the U.S. Open. But I mean, it is what it is, and I think eventually we're just gonna have to stop talking about it.
Yeah.
I still watch golf. I don't miss Dustin Johnson. Do I like watching Dustin Johnson play golf? Yes. Do I love watching Phil Mickelson escape from the most unescapable places ever? Yes, but there's a whole slew of talent that came behind him, and I'm still enjoying it. And I tried to watch Live. I tried to force it, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It's terrible. And all the press they're getting, Patrick Reed suing the PGA and all this stuff. The 10 players that combined and put an antitrust thing for losing their tour cards. I don't all this was put on the table right away. That you knew before the first person left the PGA to play for Live that you would lose your tour card. And you did it. And now everyone's like,
Whoa, we lost our
we
card.
lost our card. We might not be able to play in these events. We we want our Golf World Tour points and
Actions have
rankings.
consequences.
It's like move on.
My other big thing about it is, so like Dustin Johnson, I want to, have more time with my family. A lot of these guys, I want to have more time with my family, and I don't want to be involved in golf every single
It's very
week.
strenuous.
But now Liv is planning 15 events now
I think they're
next
doing
year.
10 next year with the thought of doing 12 to 14 later. And then I don't think they'll
Can't they do that in the PGA?
and stay competitive in the rankings.
But if they're not in the rankings to begin with Liv, what does
Right.
it matter?
What matters was the
It's the
$40
payout.
million
It's the
dollar
payout. It's the
paycheck.
payout.
Yeah, and they can still make money if they win.
Yeah. I mean, this is my stance on it. You want to go make money? Go make your money.
I agree.
I think
It's like a wide receiver like Tyreek
Yeah.
Hill. Go make your money.
Yeah, I don't blame anyone in any profession doing anything to go make your money. But you can't go make your money and then bitch about stuff that's happening because
Yeah.
actions have consequences. Tyreek Hill can't go and say week 8, man, this sucks. I really hate playing for Tua. I didn't see this one. Nope. Everyone knows what you did. Just come out and say, I chased the money and I don't care. I didn't care what the consequences was of it. Just say it because
Right.
everyone sees it. And if you don't say it, you're going to look like a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So, okay. Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, DeChambeau, Marty's favorite, Patrick Reed, Matt Wolff.
Who was hot and then not.
He's got that goofy start.
I completely forgot about Matt Wolff.
Yep.
Dude, he was so hot and then he couldn't make a cut to save his soul.
Bubba Watson, Lee Westwood. I just picked people's names that I knew.
Yeah.
Ian Poulter.
Ian Poulter, Sergio Garcia,
Yeah.
Hideki Matsuyama, who won the Masters.
Sergio Garcia. He has been wanting to leave the PGA Tour for
Forever.
20 years.
Remember I think it was his last freaking last golf weekend. He's like, I can't wait till
They didn't give him relief.
Yeah,
and
they
they
give him-
should have. They should have given him relief on that lie.
he's like, I can't wait to be just done with this tour.
But he's been complaining for years about this.
I can't wait to get off this fucking tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good golfer, though.
Yeah. Good golfer. So at least you weren't ranty at all. You did good.
Did I talk
I
over
thought it was great.
No, it was exactly what, because we know that you know a lot about this because you're an avid golfer.
I watch golf. I guess I'm
golf.
an avid golfer.
All right, real quick, let's just run through some fantasy stuff because we're going to be talking about a lot of fantasy football when week 1 rolls around. Tune in. It's the first Thursday. I should have that date. I don't. My producer's not here. He left. But it's going to be the first Thursday night football game. Rams, Bills, let's go. September 12th.
Next to Thursday, but the Thursday after. I
Yeah,
think.
it's got to be like September 12th. I'm just guessing.
September 8th.
Ooh,
Yeah.
September 8th.
Which isn't this Thursday. It's the following.
All right, let's just run through these real quick. Marty, how do you like your team?
Okay, I feel
Hold on, sorry. How do you like your team? What's going to make it or break it? And do you have any breakout stars that you think are going to just get you points that you don't think?
Ooh, I didn't pick players from my team, but I picked 2 people that I thought could
Perfect.
be breakouts.
Perfect.
So, real quick, how I feel about my team? Pretty good. I got a lot of players that at good
Who's
va-
the studs? Who's
at
the
value.
studs?
Yep. All right. So, running backs: DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams from Denver, and then wide receivers: I got Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown.
Okay,
Right.
good.
Decent
Quarterback?
Jalen Hurts, and he's being backed up by Dak Prescott.
He's supposed to be a stud.
Right. So I'm feeling okay there. My problem is I got Jefferson. My weak point is I have Jefferson. And then I don't have like a second real stud. So if like
AJ Brown, a lot of AJ Brown to Jalen Hurts. AJ
Sure.
Brown,
Yeah,
Sure.
I love
that could be a real kinky
I
combo.
agree, but he's been kind of like hit or miss on availability.
Sure.
So like if Justin Jefferson doesn't produce because I took Jefferson number
It's Jefferson or bust.
4.
Yeah.
Number 4 overall first. So like if he doesn't do well, it's gonna break me. If he does well, great. I love my depth behind that. We'll be fine. And I got a couple Lions on my team. Let's go Hawkinson. Let's go Swift. And then 2 people that I think may surprise us and break out this year. Tua. I think Tua has real potential to surprise and break out. Yeah, play your ball. I do. He's got the weapons. He's got the running backs. He
should be number one in the division. He's got Tyreek Hill. Let's go.
And then the other person I had on my list that I think could break out would be Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver, Denver.
Yeah, because he's already good.
And
Now he's got a good,
everyone's
now
waiting.
he's got an actual quarterback.
Everybody has been waiting for this guy to break out, and I think he finally has a quarterback that can push the ball down the field.
Can I put the ha away, or are you still talking?
Ha!
Oh, he is back. That's what I need he's back. Okay. Yeah. All good ones. Jerry Jeudy, totally agree. Total. I also think Cortland Sutton could have a really good year.
I almost just said any Denver wide receiver.
He took Lockett and DK Metcalf. I'm not saying Metcalf is either of them, but I mean, he made them studs. Lockett's been consistently good for 7 years. Yes. Like, really, he has been. If you look at the stats, it's crazy.
Really good.
All right. Your team, make or break, breakout stars.
I like my team with Mahomes, Najee Harris, Devontae Adams, Mark Andrews.
Nice tight end.
I mean, a lot of good studs right there. Wide receiver will make or break my team because I've got Adams, and then I have Chris Godwin, who's coming off an ACL injury.
Sure. But he's got the GOAT passing to him.
Then I have Kenny Galladay.
Where's that?
Thank you. I almost threw my own out there again.
When you said to retire that, I'm like, you might want to just wait just a minute. And then Jarvis Landry, I mean, what? And Devontae Parker.
I actually don't hate the Devontae Parker one.
Yeah, I mean, but from what I've heard,
so who do you have on your team? You were reading your bench off?
No, he said Devontae Adams. Who's your quarterback?
Mahomes. I said Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
Mahomes, Najee Harris, Devontae Adams, Mark Andrews. You know, I've got a really good top-heavy team, but bench, I don't really have a good bench.
Hopefully everyone stays healthy.
Yeah. And then my breakout star, I think Najee Harris is going to have a good season just because...
He had a good season last year.
Yeah, he had a good season last year, and, you know, with bringing in Mitch Trubisky, they're going to rely heavily on the run. They're not going to want to rely on him, so he's going to get even more of a workload than he did last year.
I think Kenny Pickett's in there by week 4.
I don't disagree.
I don't either. I think Kenny Pickett's been having a really good preseason.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yep. He's
Other than he wears 2 gloves on his hands. That's weird.
So what? If you can throw the ball well, who gives a shit, right?
Yep.
All right. I mean, we all like our teams. I mean, as everyone does. Mm-hmm. Justin Herbert, I think he's going to be a stud. I think he's going to have a breakout year. I think he's going to be top 4 fantasy quarterback. Cooper Kupp, Mike Evans, Darren Waller. I'm happy with all of them. You got, great people passing the ball to him. The high scoring Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown winner. I mean, he's my ace, right? The person that's going to make or break my team in both my fantasy football leagues, without question,
I know it.
is Saquon Barkley. Yeah. I will guarantee you, if Saquon Barkley stays healthy, has a 14 touchdown. I'm saying that's true. The ha should be at the staying healthy. If he can do that, I can definitely win a championship with this team. But he has to stay healthy. So I'm putting all my eggs on Saquon Barkley's fucking health.
I actually think he'll do better this year.
I know, but hey, if this is the way I thought it when I drafted it. If I have to rely on if one person stays healthy, then I can win a championship. It's gonna be I'm either gonna win the shit bowl or I'm gonna win the whole thing.
There's no in between at this point.
I mean, with my team, I don't see a lot of gaps other than if Saquon Barkley goes down, I'm starting fucking A.J. Dillon, which I actually don't hate, or Rashad Penny. But
Rashad Penny's a starting running back.
I know, but it's
Kenneth Walker's there.
Yeah, that's a huge competition. That's going to be by committee. Right now, so it's all going to run through there because Justin Herbert stud, Cooper Kupp stud, Mike Evans great, Darren Waller top 4 tight end. That I can never say his name. Travis Etienne.
Travis Etienne.
Yeah, I have him too. But he also was hurt last year. But
he got hurt in the preseason, I think. So he's had a whole year to get right.
Yep.
I got Buffalo's kicker. Let's go.
Bass?
Yep.
I know I had him last year. He won't break your heart.
No, he
He's
won't.
very
I know.
consistent.
I know. I'm in Buffalo. If they're going to do anything, they're going to score points. So there we go. That's our fantasy football. We got a lot more fantasy football coming up on Thursday, September 8th. We're going to be doing a live podcast, probably starting at 6 because we have so much to talk about. We're going to talk. We're going to dive into all the NFL teams, all of the divisions, everything that's going to be going on, the game, fantasy, everything. So let's go. So we'll see you on September 8th. Adam's got some rapid fire questions. Let's go.
All right, gentlemen. Question number 1. If you were a top-tier quarterback in the NFL, would you go for the highest contract or take a pay cut so you could sign multiple high-quality players to build a great team?
Pay cut.
Pay cut.
Tom Brady, right? Let's go.
Yeah.
Right. Question number 2. How many Major League Baseball teams do you think you could name?
How many is there? 32?
I don't
30?
know.
I think there's
don't
30. I
know.
think there might be
I
30.
think there's 30.
I think I can name 12. A gentleman's dozen, some may say.
5.
5? There's like 3 in New York.
There's 3 in New York.
No, there's 2.
I know there's 2 there.
Well, there's 2 and then there's 1 in Detroit. You're already over halfway
Yeah,
there.
it gets a little dicey after that. I got
The Brewers.
I get the Dodgers, and then that's it.
All right.
The San Francisco Giants.
I've been to that stadium.
You've been to that stadium, Marty. Come on.
They were
Jesus.
playing baseball.
All right, guys, last question. At age 25, do you think you could throw for 5 touchdowns and win an NFL game on a broken ankle?
What?
Brett Favre couldn't do it.
Oh, fucking Christ. All right, bye.